here we are in our Carmanah Valley, and there's Janine ahead of me. Say hello. Hi, Janine. So we've been here since last night by ourselves in the middle of nowhere. We camped by ourselves. I'll show you the campsite when I get back. And we're just heading down on the trail to see the big trees. So this is just the entrance, and we just came down from there. We had breakfast. We packed up because we're going to leave this afternoon. But here we are in wilderness by ourselves, hours and hours away from any civilization, no cell phone service. And we're doing really well. Look at this, is an old stump. Wow. Okay, so when I get down to the big trees, I will resume videoing. Okay, we see our first big tree. Okay, Janine's gonna get beside this tree so you can see the size of it. Oh my. There it is. I can't even, it just keeps going and going and going. Wow. The first one we've seen. Okay, we see some termite damage here. You can see on this tree how all the bits of cedar have fallen down, and everywhere you look, it's magnificent. It's like being in a fairy tale. Continues as we make our way to the Three Sisters, and we're stepping now into this dark little forest that seems like we're in Middle Earth. And there's a lot of deadfall all over the place that take out this nice boardwalk. Oh yes, here we are walking through these trees. Now we are on a bridge that's going across this little ravine, and look at the size of these salmon berries. And this bridge is amazing. I can't believe people came in here and built all of this. Yes, and you can see down below, these look like vine maple trees, some kind of shrub. I don't really recognize. And we're going to enter into the forest again and back in with these gigantic Sitka spruce trees. Here's one. You can see how it was difficult to build the steps around some of these roots. Oh my. Okay, so we're in this clearing, and you can see nothing but one giant tree after another. They're absolutely enormous. And you can see the valley with the clouds. So there's a mountain up there in the valley. We're in the valley. And there's even huckleberries here, right by this spruce tree. This is just incredible. We made it to the Three Sisters. Here's the sign. And here they are up above. And so we're gonna walk over. There's a little sign here. Okay, here's a sign. The roots of the Sitka spruce lie very close to the surface. Walking around the base of the trees can cause serious damage to the roots and thereby injure the trees. So that's why we have to stay back. Look at them. Oh my. Aren't they beautiful? So we are allowed to go and see them. Walk along the path here. That's just incredible. And here we are. So apparently the visitors have damaged all the lush vegetation around these trees. So they had to put up these ropes and also these barriers. So we're allowed to go in. Oh wow. So we walk up these steps. I'm gonna put down my water bottle and walk up here. And I'm in the middle of these three trees. And they're just so big. I can't, it's so hard to describe. If Janine walks up here, we can see how big these trees are. And I'm looking out over the railing at the trail we just walked down. And you can see the beautiful forest and the more big trees in the distance. Yeah, there's, just to get an idea of the size of these trees, if she's standing here, I can't, yeah, they're so big. Wow, it's majestic. It's like something out of a movie or a book. So now we're on the unmaintained part of the trail. We're just going to hike in for a few more minutes to see what we can see. So what I notice here are the huge ferns and lots of big trees. So Janine's just going to go ahead and we can get her perspective. Yeah, so I can get a perspective of you walking on that trail there. This is not as easy to maneuver. You have to watch, like, these ferns look like they came out of the dinosaur age. Huge. And it's really dry right now. So it's great to walk in. Can't imagine what it's like in here when it's wet. We're not going to go too much further, but this trail does go on for another probably 5 kilometers up into the valley. And there's camping too up ahead. But we're going to keep going for a little bit and then we're going to turn around.
No, we're turning around.
We're going to turn around? You're done?
Turning around.
Okay, let's turn around. Oh, it's beautiful in here. It's gorgeous. And the sun's going to peek out too at the size of these ferns. And if you listen, you can hear that interesting little bird tweeting. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet in here. We're heading into a big tree, Heaven's Tree, and we're in the bottom part of the valley, and we just came across this amazing stand of trees that are quite close together. And this trail is very beautiful, but of course the sun is starting to shine and it's just beautiful out right now. So when we get to Heaven's Tree, I will resume videoing and show that tree to you. So here we are, making our way to Heaven Tree on the boardwalk, and this looks like it hasn't had any work done on it for years and years and years. I'm not sure where all the people are, but here it is. Okay, it's so big, it fills up my entire screen of my iPhone. It's just beautiful. Here we go. You can see it from the back. I mean, this is just incredible, but like the condition of these boardwalks is pretty poor. A lot of it's been taken out by deadfall, and quite frankly, we've only seen 3 people. A pair of girls, and then this morning we saw a man who set up a campsite near ours. Since we've been here on a beautiful weekend in August. There you can step up to the tree. So Janine is going to walk up just so you can see the depth and size of this. What do you think of this one, Janine?
It's pretty big.
There, you can see the enormity of this guy. He's a granddaddy. And you can look over at the rest of the forest. There's another deadfall. That's a recent one. There's quite a bit of scrub trees in here. I imagine it's pretty marshy and boggy, but this one was a particular beauty. On the trail there are these enormous trees that fall down all across the path, and it's interesting how you have to get around them. I also wouldn't want to be here on this trail when that happens, but there's quite a few of them, and some of them are old deadfalls and some of them are really new. But there's a lot of them, and it appears that this is the kind of forest of death and regeneration. There's some beautiful trees ahead. They have done a pretty good job. Yes, this tree came down after this path was built, right on top of this boardwalk. And like I said, we see this all the way along the trail. I'm just videotaping our campsite. Okay, so we packed up this morning, but we were camping right over there, and we were the only people here last night. So it was raining when we got up this morning, misty, so we're going to head down to Nitnat Lake now and have lunch.